Hello, and welcome to Grace Lutheran Church in Ormond Beach, Florida. In a moment, you will have a short tour of our church and meet its congregation. But first, a little history about Grace. In 1960, it was determined there was a need for a Lutheran church in Ormond Beach. James E. von Holten was assigned the duty of getting a church started by the Lutheran Church in America's Board of American Missions. The developing congregation took over the paying of the pastor's salary, and plans for a church began, with the final dedication of the new church being held on July 21, 1963. The congregation continued to grow over the years, and on Sunday, December 14, 1975, ground was broken for the building that stands here today. On May 30, 1976, at 10 a.m., a cornerstone laying service was held in the yet-to-be-completed entryway of the new church. Various items demonstrating our expression of faith were placed within the stone, and on the 20th of February in 1977, the new church became a reality. Here is the baptismal fountain. This is the area of the church representing Christ's birth in Bethlehem. This is also called the narthex. The narthex is dedicated to symbolize the birth of our Lord, and here is placed the lovely statue of the Mother of God holding her infant son. Also here is a hand-carved nativity under glass that was presented during the building's dedication. The font and the surrounding wall are made of native keystone quarried off the Florida Keys. The water flows via a waterfall so that it has a living sound. It was constructed so that the water would be available to be touched, that we might remember His sign placed upon us for all time. The nave, which is the main body of our church, is our ship which faces east, so that the congregation is worshiping toward Jerusalem, the site of many works of God. The seating capacity of the nave is approximately 350. This mosaic is constructed from a photograph taken by Pastor Martin during a trip to the Sea of Galilee. The mosaic is constructed of Italian marble and was fabricated by Rudolph Nobis. This beautiful stained glass window symbolizes the gift of God and His Son on the cross. The gold and white colors at the top represent heaven from whence the gift is given, and the darker colors of the bottom symbolize the darkness of this world into which the gift comes. The altar is a 3-ton slab of Italian marble and is set upon a 5-ton boulder of Florida keystone that is set upon the earth beneath the church. By virtue of this, our altar is in touch or in communion with all of the world. On the northeast facing wall of the nave is the beautiful statue of Joseph of Arimathea holding the crucified Christ in his arms. The garden surrounded by wall with the figure of the victorious Christ is the Garden of Resurrection. It is a reminder of the garden that was at the foot of Calvary. Our garden speaks of the power and promise of that other garden. The garden holds 360 crypts for full caskets and 380 niches for the placement of urns. Each morning the sun fills the garden with light, and we are reminded of that Easter that lives forever. This smaller, beautiful stained glass window represents the promise of Jesus with the descending dove and the words, "Peace I leave with you." This is His most perfect gift that He has given to all of us. The Lord has truly blessed us with our preschool ministry, Noah's Ark. We are honored to have such a superb staff of talented teachers and assistants. All of the members of Grace Lutheran Church support Noah's Ark, making it possible to teach these young children. Our children are our most valued resource, and our commitment to their early education and early childhood experiences are an inspiration to the congregation and to the community in which they live. The Ormond Beach area is a diverse community steeped in history and natural beauty, from the raw horsepower of auto racing in Daytona to viewing a shuttle launch 100 feet away from the church on the sands of the Atlantic Ocean. Ormond Beach has over 40,000 residents who enjoy rivers, forests, and pristine beaches. It is an area of strong cultural activities and values. Noah's Ark Preschool and our Fall Pumpkin Patch are just two examples of many of Grace's outreach programs to the community. During the current economic challenges, Grace is on solid fiscal ground and is poised to enter into a new chapter of growth with no long-term obligations that will hinder this growth. We are looking for a pastor who will lead our church into a new era of contemporary Christian growth while maintaining the values and traditions of our past. We hope that you have enjoyed your little tour of our church by the sea. We truly believe that we, as a family, have been commissioned by Him, not only to preach the gospel, but also to reach out hands of love and compassion. We welcome the challenge of today, and we look forward with anticipation of God's will for us in the future.